So there are 26 students. Yeah. Good afternoon. This is our lecture number 6, and we are going to continue with module 1, wherein we learn basics of statics. Right. So far what we have learned from this module 1. So we have learned how do you find out resultant of system of forces. Particularly, we have learned that for the system of forces which are acting on a plane. So we call that system of forces planar system of forces. We also understood that can be classified into concurrent planar force system, parallel planar force system, and general planar force system. And you are given any of these system of forces, you will be able to replace it by a single force called its resultant. And you have seen that it is very straightforward for a concurrent force system, wherein you don't require to apply Varignon principle. Whereas when you have to find the parallel force system resultant or general force system resultant in a plane, you have seen that an importance of Varignon's theorem, right? So wherein you are required to understand importantly what do you mean by moment of a force about an axis, or you would have to understand an important concept called what do you mean by equivalent force coupled system, because that was helped you to find out the line of action of the resultant force that you have calculated for general planar force system. That's where you see the application of Varignon's theorem very important, and understanding of concept of equivalent force coupled system is very important. So we are going to just extend that same understanding of finding out system of forces which are not in a single plane, which is in space. So we would see that that would be conveniently handled if we are applying vector algebra, what you have learned. So basically it is your understanding of dot product and cross products, and that's sufficient for solving space force system problems, right? So I'm going to explain you today essentially that looking at the problem what we have solved in the last class. So for that, let me share my screen. So are you able to look at my screen? Everyone? Yes. Yeah. So this is the problem last class that we looked at, wherein I could describe this problem as there is a force of 100 Newton magnitude, this force acting along the line AB, where the position of A and position of B is given in this Cartesian coordinate system by these coordinates. And you are asked to find out what is the moment that this should create about y-axis. And you know the understanding of moment of a force about a point is that it's given by r cross f, and the moment vector will be perpendicular, given by this line, perpendicular to the plane containing position vector and the force vector. So this moment vector is going to rotate this shaded plane, green plane, about this axis. That is what we call it as moment of a force about a point O, where from point O you have an axis perpendicular to this plane. But what is the question? Determine the moment of a force 100 Newton about y-axis. So y-axis is not a right angle to this plane. So how do you get that? Is after getting the moment about this point O, you project it on y-axis, and then you get the magnitude, multiply with the unit vector of the axis, that's j, you get the moment vector. That's essentially what we were doing. So for that process, this 100 Newton magnitude first we represented as a Cartesian vector. So how do you represent? If you know the unit vector of the line and you multiply that by a magnitude, you get a Cartesian vector form. That's essentially what we did. So in first step, we found out unit vector of line AB. So that is RAB by modulus of RAB. So you are able to get what is the unit vector. And then you multiply that unit vector with the magnitude of the force. So 100 times the unit vector is what is my force vector. So 200 by under root of 45i plus 500 by under root of 45j minus 400 by under root of 45k is what is my force vector. Then moment vector of this force vector about point O is r cross f. I carried out that with this determinant solving, and I get my moment vector. But this moment vector is perpendicular to the plane containing this position vector, that is this position vector and the force vector. So I have to project it on y-axis. So I carry out, now see here subscript I use OY, whereas I have used subscript here O. So O is a point, OY is an axis. So about this to get, I should have a dot product of this moment vector with the unit vector of the axis. And that would be my magnitude about y-axis, and again I multiply that with the unit vector to get in a vector form. So unit vector of axis y-axis is j. So when I do that, I get this. So this is what we have stopped in the last class. So now my question is, what is the, we can also extend this application. What is the shortest distance between the line AB and y-axis? That's the question. So how do you solve? So by solving that problem, I'm going to get into today's lecture. So I extend this. What is the question is, what is the shortest distance between the line AB and y-axis? That's my question. So how do you find out? Any idea? I'm going to use the same problem and extend that. And how do you find out? Then we will get into today's lecture. Right? So maybe this is lecture number. That's 6. Today's date 15/2/2021. Right. So how do you find out for the same problem the shortest distance? Why do we ask shortest distance? So look at here, the line AB and y-axis, they are neither parallel nor intersecting. They are not intersecting. So in such cases, they are called skew lines. So skew lines are non-intersecting, non-parallel lines. So I have to find the shortest distance. So if you have done good in your engineering drawing course, you would use auxiliary planes to find out it graphically. Now you are going to use this engineering mechanics principle to find out that. So how do I going to find out? I know that the shortest distance in scalar definition of moment of a force about a point is force into moment arm. So moment arm is what is the shortest distance. So now moment created by the force, 100 Newton force about y-axis I have to find. But this force is neither parallel nor intersecting, right? So I have to find out this force parallel and perpendicular component to y-axis. If I know parallel component of this to y-axis, that will not participate in the moment equation. The perpendicular component of this force to y-axis is what is responsible for the moment about y-axis. If I know the magnitude of that, and I can find out the shortest distance between this line and that. That's what I'm going to explain you first, right? So for that, what am I going to do first? I'm going to find out what is the parallel component of this force, FAB, parallel component to y-axis. So how much it is? So how do I get? It is simply a dot product. So it is FAB vector dot UOY vector. So that's going to be FAB vector dot J vector. So what is FAB vector? I had already here 100 by root 45 into what is that unit vector that we had found for that force? It is 2, 5 minus 4. So it is 2i plus 5j minus 4k. dot j vector. So you know I dot j is 0. Why? Because I vector and j vector are perpendicular vector. So the dot product is 0. Because I dot j is j cos angle between them. So cos 90 degrees 0, that you know. So that's 0. So j dot j is 1. K dot j is 0. So I will get here, it is 500 by root 45 is what is the magnitude of this force. So what is that I have? FAB parallel to y-axis, its magnitude I have. So now what is that magnitude of the force component perpendicular to y-axis? So how do I get that? So FAB perpendicular to y-axis. How do I get? That is force vector modulus under root of, I can put, what is this force vector modulus? 100 minus FAB parallel to y-axis, its modulus. So that's going to be under root of 100 minus 500 by root 45 square. 100 square minus this. So what is the value? Can you calculate and tell me? Can you calculate and tell me? You get 66.66 Newton. Right? So this is your force component which is perpendicular to y-axis. The other force component, this value is what is parallel to y-axis. So the scalar definition of moment of a force is what? The modulus of moment of this force about OY axis for this force FAB, its modulus would be given by FAB perpendicular to y-axis and moment arm, that is the shortest distance, where here I call this as moment arm. So I would be able to find out now this value. So what is the magnitude of this moment? We just calculated here, that is 200 by root 45. That's this value. Last class we ended finding out that its magnitude is this. So I would use that here. That is 200 by root 45. And that's equal to 66.66 into D. Therefore, D value is 200 by 66.66 into root 45. So I would have my shortest distance. So can you calculate and tell me?
447.
447 mm, or it is 0.447 meters, right? It is 447 mm. Any doubt in this? So the concept of moment of a force about a point and about a line, I could apply here conveniently to find out the shortest distance between two skew lines. The two skew lines here are the line AB and the line OY, y-axis. So what is the basic idea? First, to find the moment of a force about the line OY axis. Find its magnitude. And vectorially you can do that simply. So you can also combine the two steps what we carried out in the previous class as one step here, that is MOY means of AB. The force vector moment about OY axis would be equal to straight away one determinant. So what would be my first row? So you can rewrite this as MOY of FAB as MO of FAB dot UOY. So MO of FOB is a cross product and dot product. So one cross and one dot product. So what is this? It is what we have here. You see, we had RAB cross, ROA cross FAB. So this is ROA cross FAB, A cross FAB dot UOY. So you see in this there is a cross product and dot product. So this is called a scalar box product. So I can straight away find the magnitude of this using this determinant. So first row would be ROY, ROA. So ROA coordinate is what? Position vector 0, -3, 1. 0, -3, 1. And FAB is 100 by root 45. Let me take it out. And what was inside is this force vector. It was 2, 5, -4. So 2, 5, -4. And what is the unit vector of y-axis? It is 1. So 0, 1, 0. So if I carry out this determinant, I would be able to have my answer straight away, which is 200 by root 45. FAB. So one can save your time straight away working out for this. And once I have the magnitude of this force about y-axis, so what is that? Two lines, the shortest distance is asked. In one line you have a force vector or any known vector. Another line is an axis. So take its moment about that axis by the process I just explained and find its magnitude. Find its magnitude. Then you can define that magnitude in terms of this. So the force vector can be resolved into two components. One is parallel to the axis, another one is perpendicular to axis. That's exactly what I have done. And then the axis parallel to the component parallel to the axis will not participate in the moment, would not have contributed this magnitude. One which is perpendicular only has given contribution. So the scalar definition can be again revoked. It can be used here and you can find the shortest distance. So this is one of the important application of moment of a force about a point and line extended for finding out the shortest distance between two skew lines. So anybody has got any doubt at this point of time?